Hi, 7th grade. This is Mr. Resorick reading your summative Giver test. At any point, if you need to pause to think and to work, you can do so and press play when you're ready to continue. Literary elements and devices. Identifying the basic elements of a literary work can help you understand it better. See the glossary of literary terms for definitions of the words that appear in bold. Section 1. Characters. For the characters of Jonas and the Giver, 1. Decide whether the character is major or minor. 2. Briefly describe the character, including his or her appearance, personality, and background. And 3. Decide whether the character is static or dynamic and explain why. Again, all three things need to be filled out for this section. Number 1. Underline or highlight 1. Jonas is a major character. Jonas is a minor character. Number 2. Describe Jonas, including his or her appearance, personality, and background. Jonas is, fill in the rest here. Number 3. Underline or highlight 1 and explain your thinking. Jonas is a static character, I think so because, or Jonas is a dynamic character, I think so because, again, your answer goes here. Make sure you underline or highlight your answer. Number 4. Underline or highlight 1. The Giver is a major character. The Giver is a minor character. Number 5. Describe the Giver, including his or her appearance, personality, and background. The Giver is, and fill in your answer here. Number 6. Underline or highlight one and explain your thinking. The Giver is a static character. I think so because. The Giver is a dynamic character. I think so because. Consider the characterization of Jonas. Give an example of something Jonas says. On page blank, Jonas says, "What does this reveal or tell us about his character?" This reveals or tells us that Jonas is, and your answer goes here. Give an example of something Jonas does. On page blank, Jonas does. Provide your answer here. What does this action reveal about his character? This action reveals that Jonas is blank. Provide your answer here. Again, you will need page numbers and direct quotes for this section. Number 7. Who is the protagonist of this story? The protagonist is. How do you know? In other words, what makes him or her the protagonist? I know this because, again, providing your answer in the space. Number 8. Who is the antagonist of the story? The antagonist is, answer here. How do you know? I know this because, and answer here. Section 2. Setting. Number 9. When and where does the story take place? Give the time and location. Number 10. What are some details from the story that help you figure out when and where it takes place and explain? Explain that shows time, or examples that show time, examples that show place. Again, providing your answers in this box. Section 3. Plot. Bold or highlight your answer. Number 11. How do memories Jonas receives affect him? A. It causes him great pain and he wishes he never received them. B. It makes him sad and he stops caring about what happens to himself and everyone else. C. They make him wish that he had lived in the past. Number 12. The chief elder would most likely agree with which of the following? A. Society runs smoothly when people's lives are simple and easy. B. It's important to follow your dreams. C. Failure is important to success. Number 13. New children, that is, babies, do not receive names until they are placed with a family unit. What can you infer is the most likely reason for this? Is it A, to allow a family unit to choose its baby's name, B, to help the babies thrive, or C, to discourage anyone from becoming attached to a baby while it is still possible that the baby will be released? Number 14. Why does Jonas's father release the baby? Is it A, the baby had an incurable disease and was going to die soon? Jonas's father wanted to end the baby's suffering. B, the baby weighed slightly less than his twin, so he was considered inferior. Or C, Jonas's father did not want the baby to grow up in a horrible world of the community. Again, highlight or bold your answer. Please go back, review each one of the questions, making sure that you answered each question to your best ability, reread, and when you're ready to turn in, you may click submit.